Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Elizabeth Omorere, and I am here to talk about my book, my journal, Dimensions of Reality Journal. So, what is Dimensions of Reality Journal? It is a strategy system which is meant to help you organize your life in such a way that you are living intentionally. A man's life is in seasons. And if he is able to discern what he should be doing in each of those seasons of his life, he can be termed to be wise. It will be said that he is a wise man, and wisdom knows her children, right? So if I ask you a question, where are you? You will give me the response or feedback that, okay, I'm in this location at this certain time, right? So time and location has to be communicated in your feedback, okay? So your life is also asking you this question right now to say, where are you? And you must give answers, right? So it's asking you, where are you? There are 12 dimensions in which your life is stratified in, and it's your spiritual growth, horizontal relationships, which is your family, your companionship and marriage, career calling or purpose. We have recreation and renewal. We have personal development and growth. We have personal brand, financial stability, networks and alliances. We have health and wellness, friends, colleagues, and the 12th is legacy. So your life is stratified in these 12 dimensions. And at every point in time, you are either thriving in one area or bleeding in another. So life is asking you questions. And how do I know this? It's through the pain and discomfort that you feel. It's through the goals and visions that you have set for yourself, which you have not achieved. It's through the fire, which is a sign, right? Burning on the inside of you, asking you to solve a certain problem that you have identified in your environment. It's also through your feelings, your emotional state, and the design of your soul. That's your soul signature. So, how do you answer the questions that life is asking you, right? And I want to use this analogy. If you have not been in a mansion, into the rooms in a certain mansion, your life is like a mansion and it has several rooms. It has 12 rooms, right? Which I've explained. Okay, so if you have if you have a mansion somewhere, in the Caribbean or overseas somewhere, and you don't live in that mansion for a while, you would agree with me that that mansion, the rooms, it's not going to be habitable in the sense that you would have to do some cleaning before you can really stay in that environment, okay? And so that's how your life is. If you have not been in certain rooms of your life, it would, be difficult to go in and be comfortable while there. So you'd have cobwebs, you have dust, you have dirt, all sorts of things. It might be infested by, rodents, um, insects, and all of those things that make a place inhabitable, right? So you have to clean it up so that you can really stay and enjoy your experience in that environment. Yes. So you have to go into these rooms of your life in certain seasons so that you can clean it up, so light can come through, so you can get clarity and your vision is, it's not blurry. You can see clearly to say, this is what I want to achieve. These are the things I want to do. This is how I want to live my life going forward. Living by design, living intentionally. And that's the core message that Dimensions of Reality Journal brings to you. That you don't have to be a spectator in your own life, but you can co-create with God. You can set your goals in alignment with your original design, what God has planned for you from the beginning of time. And you keep achieving them one after the other based on the assignments that He gives to you. and in obedience, of course, to his will, you're able to achieve those goals, and people lives are impacted, lives are changed, because that's really why we are all here, to influence people positively, to help others see the light that they carry, right? So dimensions of reality focuses on who you must be in these 12 dimensions which you exist in. So it gives you some sort of clarity, in the sense that it pushes you to set these goals for yourself, to say, okay, this is where I am and this is where I want to go. You close that gap, which is called creative tension. You close that gap and you don't get tired or weary. If you need help, by all means, ask for the help that you need. Get a community, get a coach to help you. But as much as possible, you are intentional about living your best life. Okay? So, like I said, you pick each of these dimensions in maybe certain seasons of your life to say, okay, I'm struggling in this area. For example, if you're struggling with your spirituality and you're struggling in your parenting, that falls under family, right? And spiritual growth. So you zone in, you focus on these areas, these dimensions to say, what can I do differently? How can I close this gap? What's the discomfort that I feel? And how can I sort of make changes that would really impact my life and would help me to ace or achieve the goals that I have set? So Dimensions of Reality Journal comes with a wheel, right? That helps you to grade yourself from scale of 1 to 10. So from 5 to 1 is the lower strata, which is for your scoring system in areas where you're not thriving, areas where you're dissatisfied with. And from 6 to 10 has the dimension, the scoring where you are really happy with those areas of your life and you're thriving. So what happens is if you don't focus on areas that are bleeding, areas where your scores are between 5 and 1, it will bleed into areas where you're thriving. So I give this example. If you're struggling with, if you're acing your career, yes, and you're doing well, but you're not paying attention to creating systems that would help you step back to rest, renew, and rejuvenate, your health is going to be affected. And when you fall sick, every other thing will not matter except your well-being at that point in time. So your health becomes the most important. So because you didn't pay attention, didn't focus on your health, it's now, your bleeding area, which is your health now, is now bleeding into your thriving area. So of course you would agree with me that in that season when you're down, when you can't, your health is not at its best, you can't focus on any other thing. You can't focus on your career. You probably need all the help that you can in that season of your life. So that's how it is. And that's why you must be intentional to really sit down with yourself and ask the questions like, where am I struggling? Why am I struggling? What do I need to do? And how can I, really ramp up the scores in this dimension of my life to ace it and be the best, right? So I'm just going to give you details on where you can pre-order a copy of Dimensions of Reality Journal. You can go to https elizabeth-amorare.system.io/. So system is spelled systeme.io. Yes, so Elizabeth-Omowere, Omowore. It's also going to be in the description. So you can grab a copy and be notified when orders are out. So thank you for joining me today. I hope I have really broken down the benefits of the journal, Dimensions of Reality, and what you can get from it. So when you order a copy, there's this wheel where you get to score yourself. It also has a segment where you pick an accountability partner, somebody who would hold you accountable to the goals you have set for yourself. You get to pick any of these dimensions in which you are bleeding based on your scoring system. And you focus in the next quarter to say, in the next 3 months, this is what I'm going to do. And there's a space where you check in weekly, or, as the case may be, weekly and monthly, to say, how have I fared based on the goals that I set for myself and what I intend to achieve. So that when you come back after 3 months, you can score yourself again to say, yes, my scores have really increased and I'm acing this dimension of my life now. So it has a yes/no list where you really cut off distractions and you set your priorities right. Say, these are the things I need to focus on. This is not important in this season of my life. And so I'm moving on to really focus on the bleeding areas, what I want to, the area that I want to work on, the area that I want to see positive growth and changes. So thank you for having me. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll take them. All right. Have a great day. Elizabeth Amorare, author of Dimensions of Reality Journal, signing up. Bye.